Go to shop.mtv.com to buy music from artists like Nappy Roots, John Mayer, P.O.D., Ashanti, Eminem, Avril Lavigne, and more. Watch the VMAs on $8.29 and log on to get great music at a great price. $8.29. Get it while supplies last.
Hi, I'm Kurt Loder, and this is The Table, the show in which all questions are on the table and nothing's off limits. The subject of our interrogation today is Bruce Springsteen. For those of you who don't go way, way back with Bruce, here's a quick primer.
5 things you need to know about Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen, the boss, as you may know, was born on September 23, 1949 in Freehold, New Jersey. His mom bought him his first guitar when he was 13 years old for $60. Bruce and his long-time group, the E Street Band, recently released The Rising, the first album they've made together in 18 years. Bruce's 10-year-old daughter, Jessica, is a Britney Spears fan. And guess who owes her big career break to Bruce for a part in his 1984 video for Dancing in the Dark? It's Friends star Courtney Cox.
Okay, you pick a subject. Pick a card.
Oh, man. I have no idea what some of these things mean.
Well, you can pick it and we'll find out.
All right.
You've watched the Ozzy Osbourne show, I guess, right?
I've seen it a little bit, yeah.
What if there were a show, the Springsteens? What would that be like? What goes on at your house?
Oh, gosh.
Nothing like Ozzy, I suppose. But...
Probably more than would seem. You know, it'd be too boring to watch, probably. It wouldn't be that fun. I don't know if it'd be that fun. It probably would be funny, you know. Isn't that what all families are like?
Well, I don't know. You think so? I'm not sure.
So maybe that explains what's going on at my house. I don't know, you know. But
not as whacked out as the Osbourne.
No, but it's kind of a somewhat of an exaggeration of the basic tensions that are rolling through, you know, a lot of. That's why people are watching it.
That's true.
They're not watching it if they're not recognizing themselves in it.
Say E Street Shuffle, you're back together with the guys. You haven't made an album together in 18 years. Does it feel good?
We don't like to press the whole thing. We don't want to overhype it.
When did you decide that it'd be good to get back together with these guys?
Well, I guess it was 4 years or so before the last tour. You know, we kind of thought about it. I think I was wondering if that was going to happen and if it was something that I still wanted to do and felt a deep desire to do. And I always figured at some point that it would, you know, just because we had so much history together and we learned how to do what we did so well that you really have to sort of not want to do it to not do it. And the band was so great. And then the fact that, you know, we remained great friends and then I met a lot of people who just said they hadn't seen it, you know, and I realized I talked to kids. Some kids weren't born last time we played. Some kids were 5, 6 years old.
That's amazing, huh?
And they knew the music, but had never seen the band. And we're still young guys. I said, man, let's get out. And I think the main thing was I wanted to make sure that the band was going to be great, you know, when we played, because we had a lot to live up to, you know.
Why did you break them up in the first place? Was that hard? Did you have to call each guy up individually and say, you know, it's going to be over for a while?
Yeah, it's tough, yeah, because we're just friends forever, you know, since we were teenagers, some of the guys. But it was a thing where that was just where, creatively, I didn't know where to go with it. And it was a very tight club, and that literally I'd only played with those musicians. You know? So the whole idea of like, well, what do other musicians bring to what you do? And you know, learning some things learning about that. Or otherwise I'm no value to the people that are listening to me if I'm not trying to keep my creative life vital.
Yeah.
You know, that's what people pay me for.
Okay, this category will be Lonesome Day. Where were you on like 8:45 on September 11th?
I was at home having breakfast. And I watched it on television. Like
Did you just hear it on the television?
Someone came in and said, you know, the plane hit the World Trade Center.
What did you think at first?
I thought it was an accident because I remember the plane had hit the Empire State Building back in the 20s or 30s, and so I figured it was some guy in some little, you know, little plane had made a mistake. You know, but then I realized, I looked outside and it was such a clear day, you know, it was such a clear day. So I went in and turned the TV on. You know?
What did you think when you saw this happening? Like, could you believe it?
I don't know if anybody was thinking at the time. I don't know if when you were sitting there thinking, you were just sort of sitting there experiencing the whole thing and you know, trying to sort out. I think it was very similar to how my kids felt. My kids were sort of interested in what were the limitations of this. Like, you know, could it hurt me at school? Could it hurt me at my house? As a parent, you know, your job is to give them a sense of safety, even if you don't feel very safe yourself.
Do you feel safe now? I mean,
as anybody else. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't really know. You know, I don't know if anybody. I think that we live in it's one of the most volatile times in recent history.
all right, let's try Empty Sky here. Was it difficult for you to, in approaching this, the September 11th thing? I mean, it must be really daunting to say I'm going to make music out of this.
The music had to be independent of events for it to be alive itself, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's not something you can take a headline and write a song out, you know. It's like then the song ends up one-dimensional. It doesn't work.
Blood on the streets, yeah, blood flowing down.
I was never like the revolutionary, say like Bob Dylan or Bob Marley or so many of the great rock singers. I was kind of came in and I found a trench and I started to kind of dig my way down the line, and I just kind of kept digging and digging and digging. I always felt that, for better or for worse, that was maybe what my talent was. It was kind of being dogged, you know. And I didn't have a great singing voice. I wasn't a natural. You know, I had to teach myself to sing well or effectively. And I was going to have to be really focused, I felt.
Into the Fire.
You sort of skirt around one thing on the album. It doesn't really address how angry some people were and they want to go over and bomb or really take vengeance.
Basically, I felt that the initial response in Afghanistan was deliberative, which was more than I expected. I didn't expect it to be as deliberative as it was. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly where to go from here. You know, I think that people are obviously concerned about just security and the stability and the safety of our own country. At the same time, it's a very dangerous moment because in states of emergency, the first thing that goes is civil rights. You know, and you've seen a rollback in civil rights by the executive branch of the government already, you know, pretty intensely. I think that Americans got to be very vigilant. It's a nation of laws. I think that's our greatest strength. Those civil rights need to be protected, and people need to be very vigilant right now about that.
Coming up next at the table, Bruce discusses Britney Spears and one of his most memorable rock and roll moments.
And I remember sitting there, it remained shocking to me, whatever it was that he was doing.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Fallon. MTV asked me to do a death-defying stunt to help them promote the 2002 MTV Video Music Awards on Thursday, August 29th. So I'm here, atop Radio City Music Hall, partially frozen in a block of ice.
The 2002 MTV Video Music Awards with appearances by Pink, Eminem, Bruce Springsteen, Shakira, P. Diddy, Britney Spears, Bow Wow, B2K, Avril Lavigne, Nelly, Nas, Ashanti, Kylie Minogue, Enrique Iglesias, and many more.
So lame. Look at it. It's not even as there. That's a hologram. Get me out of here! Boo!
The 2002 MTV Video Music Awards, hosted by Jimmy Fallon, Thursday, August 29th at 8.
The Table with Bruce Springsteen is brought to you by Levi's. Levi's proudly supports new and emerging music and brings you the Best New Artist Award. Levi's Low-Rise Jeans, Dangerously Low. By Taco Bell, think outside the bun. By 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. It's free for you and cheap for them. And by Hummer. Check out the new H2 at Hummer.com. Hummer like nothing else.
No matter, I'm on fire.
return on this thing? 100%. It's a win-win for everyone.
Our analysts say the flavor even exceeded their expectations.
Steve, what do you got? The tender marinated steak adds a lot of equity.
It's a complete meal, the total package.
Gary?
Sounds great, but you got the wrong number.
Make the right call. The new Southwest Steak Border Bowl from Taco Bell. Piled high with marinated carne asada steak and heaps of seasoned rice. If you want the total package, you gotta think outside the bun.
Hey, baby, what's your sign? Guess it's not stop. Whoa, disco traffic. Hot mama. Hey, wanna make a collect call?
Sure.
You do? Oh, great, just use 1-800-CALL-ATT. I'll show you. Just dial it in the center with 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them.
Wow, thank you.
You got it. Well, you know what's gonna happen now? Couples them. Is it the skates?
Save on every call. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Thanks.
An honorable man.
He's a fighter, I'm a fighter.
A ruthless killer.
I put people in body bags.
This isn't a fight, it's a war. Wesley Snipes, Sing Reigns. Undisputed. Rated R. In theaters this Friday.
Before you get back to school, you gotta get into Foot Locker now for a buy one, get one half off sale.
Buy any shoes you want, even if they're already on sale, and get the second pair for half off.
Check this out.
We're talking huge savings on footwear and apparel at every Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, and Kids Foot Locker.
Just remember, it's only for this weekend.
With savings and selections this big, it's more than a sale. It's an event. So hurry in today to the buy one, get one half off sale at Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, and Kids Foot Locker. It's easy math for back to school.
I love a woman in uniform.
Impaired judgment. Another unfortunate side effect of hunger. We recommend Snickers. Packed with peanuts, caramel, and chocolate. Snickers. Don't let hunger happen to you.
Welcome back to the table, where we're joined by the man himself, Mr. Bruce Springsteen. Let's pick something else here.
Go ahead, you do it. I'm
okay. Let's try Adam Raise a King. Is it generally that rock and roll makes you want to just piss your parents off, essentially, or get their attention, do you think? Was that in your case?
Get their attention, perhaps, you know. Prove to them you're right, maybe. I had a real complicated relationship with my parents, but it's still a tremendous source of strength and inspiration. There's writers who say that really everything you write about happened to you before you were 12. That I go back to my little town, I go back to who were those people? Yeah. Who were the people that were there? Who were the people in my home? Who were my grandparents, my parents? You're always trying to figure out who they were, how you got to be who you are, and of course you never figure it out.
Now you're a father, and your kids, how do they rebel against you? Taking you to Britney Spears concerts, is that true? You went to see Britney Spears?
Actually, my wife did, and she was very nice to my daughter, so she was very sweet there. No, I think kids always pretty much rebel the same way by just rejecting what it is you do, you know, whatever it is. It's the old story, you don't want your parents to be too cool. Rebellion just comes couched in different terms and different clothing. But we've got pretty good relationships.
But they're not playing in sync around the house or anything?
Well, they're just starting to get into music, really. You know, my oldest is 12, and I think because we were so into the music that they went very slow with it. That's what Mom and Dad does. Do you really want to do that? But now that their friends are starting to listen a lot, they've just started to kind of get into it a little bit, you know.
Okay, pick another category.
Gee, I don't know. I'll pick all the easy ones. I'll let you pick them.
I can't pick them all. That would be bad. It's not a
have a
question.
black
It's not a
tie.
question. It's not a question. No, it's actually about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh.
So you've been inducted there. Who are the? You've met a lot of those guys. You know, some of the legends of rock and roll. Who was like the biggest thrill?
Well, I think the most fun I ever had there was it was early on, you know, and I enjoyed inducting people. Really, it was fun. I had to induct Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
That was thrilling. And Bob Dylan, I got inducted. That was a big honor for me because he was so, and he remains so central in my, you know, as an inspiration. You know. It might have been that night. I ended up on stage, I think, with. I think Bob Dylan was there. I think Keith Richards was there. I think B.B. King. There was just a collection of people on stage, but like the guy that, Les Paul, the guy that invented the electric guitar, you know. So all of these people who were so critical in this music that you know has meant so much to me, and I've gotten so much fun out of. And you know, you're standing there going, how did I get here? I remember little Richard was inducting Otis Redding, which of course he almost forgot to do, you know?
Just talking away.
And he was talking about himself or something else, I don't remember what. And but then the band started to play an Otis Redding tune, and Richard opened his mouth and sang the first verse. It remained shocking to me. Whatever it was that he was doing, it remained so vital, and it was still so alive in his voice. And I said, well, all the talk and the induction, that's the thing. That's not like the thing. That's not about the thing. That just is it. That's it, you know. He probably sang for 20 seconds, but it was like just some little epiphany I had just hearing him sing that music.
How does it feel to be in there yourself? Does it make you feel like, God, a lot of time has passed here? I'm being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I think I felt like Reggie Jackson. I think when he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, said, well, you know, he felt like it's not important whether his name came near the top of the list or anything, but he said that on the day when that list is called, at some point down the line, they get to your name, you know. That's a pretty nice feeling, you know.
That's true. Let's try on the DSL over here. Allegedly, only 10 copies of The Rise were given out to reviewers and stuff, and yet, before it was released, it still turned up on the internet.
How soon did it turn up?
Several days before.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well,
that's pretty good, you know.
How do you feel about that?
I guess I'm a bit old school in that I think it's theft. You know? And but it's hey, look, I think the music business is in a big state of transition, you know, and I don't know where it's going. I don't know anybody who does. I haven't seen anybody with answers as to where it's going. I mean, just as a songwriter and as somebody who knows the blood and the soul that you pour into your music, and that it takes a long time to learn how to do well. It's hard to do it. I've been lucky, and I've done pretty well over the years, you know. But there's a lot of guys who, hey, maybe they don't play great live. Maybe they don't do a lot of live shows. Maybe they just sell their records, you know. But I think also it's a thing where you have these big bureaucracies, which are the record companies in the record business. It moves really slow. It's not responsive to a lot of fans' needs. I think the way people receive music, hey, they're going to receive music over the internet. It's going to be different. You know, the way somebody says it'll be the demise of the album, and people will be able to just choose 3 or 4 songs, or will people make albums anymore or not? I don't really know. Ultimately, it doesn't matter if the record companies are right, whether they're wrong. The bottom line is it is, and it calls for a response, and I think that's just the circumstances, you know. I think that finding some new way to respond, a new way to get music to people that continues to make them irrelevant in that fashion, you know.
Up next, Bruce talks about The Sopranos, Jewel, and yes, his favorite rapper.
It was fabulous. It was hilarious, first of all, with some of the funniest car music.
MTV is about to change the way you look at award shows. The 2002 MTV Video Music Awards, hosted by Jimmy Fallon, with appearances by Britney Spears, Avril Lavigne, Nelly, P.O.D., Usher, James Gandolfini, Brandy, Brittany Murphy, Linkin Park, Kylie Minogue, Bow Wow, Johnny Knoxville, Enrique Iglesias, the American Idol finalists, the American Idol judges, B2K, and more. And outrageous performances by Eminem, Ja Rule, The Hives, Ashanti, Sheryl Crow, The Vines, Nas, Pink, P. Diddy, Shakira, and Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. The 2002 MTV Video Music Awards, Thursday, August 29th at 8 p.m. Live from Radio City and bigger than ever.
The Table with Bruce Springsteen is brought to you by Hummer. Check out the new H2 at Hummer.com. Hummer like nothing else. By 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. It's free for you and cheap for them. By Taco Bell, think outside the bun. And by Levi's. Levi's proudly supports new and emerging music and brings you the Best New Artist Award. Levi's low-rise jeans, dangerously low.
And as they left the body behind, they heard.
Need to make a collect call? Oh, it's not scary if you use 1-800-CALL-ATT. Just dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them.
Save on every call. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
What a great story.
Thanks. Have you guys heard the one about phone hands? Ah! I'm going skinny dipping.
It's a merger of epic proportions. Marinated carne asada steak and seasoned rice form a strategic alliance with ripe tomatoes and a blend of 3 rich cheeses. Sweeten the deal with a tangy, savory sauce, and you've got the new Southwest Steak Border Bowl from Taco Bell. It's a wealth of mouth-watering assets, and when they all come together, you've got more than a meal, you've got the total package. To get it, you've got to think outside the bun.
Thanks.
And blood pressure is stable. More gauze pads, please.
First, I'm going to need some suction over here, please.
Okay.
And keep massaging that aorta.
Right.
Ooh, I'll be back in a bit.
Doctor, where are you going? Oh, he has a wireless plan where he has to use his minutes at night. But this patient needs his new heart. Oh, well, we'll just stick it back in the fridge. Right. I'll get the tongs.
With VoiceStream, you can call whenever you want. Now get the most whenever minutes guaranteed. VoiceStream, global wireless by T-Mobile. Get more.
Are you hungry? Yes. Here comes the race car. Here comes the choo-choo train. A choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. Here comes the airplane.
JetBlue.
JetBlue, new planes, leather seats, and DirecTV.
Cartoons.
Check us out at JetBlue.com.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band performing live at the 2002 MTV Video Music Awards, hosted by Jimmy Fallon. Thursday, August 29th at 8 p.m.
Welcome back to the table with Bruce Springsteen. All right, let's try this one, The Message. You're very much in the tradition of like Woody Guthrie, Bob Dylan, you and stuff. Do you follow that storytelling tradition further to like Chuck D or Eminem and rap tradition?
Yeah, absolutely, I think. I always remember at P.O.'s when they released their Mix-a-Lot records, the one that had my beeper on it.
My homie hugging more girl than Bellica Roley.
It was fabulous. It was hilarious, first of all, with some of the funniest car music. That was where a lot of the lyrical brilliance, went, and also a lot of the rawness that was lost when the records that were made in little studios in the 50s, when that became, throughout the 80s, when it became so slick. The only place you could get where records could sound like anything You know, rap records could have any kind of bass foot sound, any kind of instrumental sound. It had almost nothing on it, and it worked, and they were hits. You know, so it was just it brought a certain sort of up from the street rawness that had been missing from pop music for a long time. You know.
Have you followed Eminem at all? Are you a fan of his?
A little bit, you know. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about, you know. I know a little bit. He's good. You know, he's good.
Here's a nice little category: Rock of Ages. So, we're wondering, you know, rock and roll has changed a lot. There's some angry bands around now, you know, like Korn and Limp Bizkit. They just seem to be angry. And I think there's sort of a reaction against that with these garage bands coming back in. I mean, do you look around and see that too? Why are these guys so angry? Why is there so much, you know, darkness in some of these groups?
I don't really question it. I got my own darkness to deal with. You know?
You haven't noticed that, or are you happy for sort of a happier kind of music to come back in? You don't care?
I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not sitting home, you know, opting for happy music, you know. I think the tricky thing in our society at the moment is people are trying to avoid being anesthetized. You know, you get so much information thrown at you. There's so much corporate culture. There's a distortion of events, I believe, on a daily basis on television.
Sure, the news media.
Yes, you know. That sorting your way through those things is enough to make anybody angry. And I don't believe the kids at school at the moment are being given the skills to interpret the world that they're going to be shipped on out into at 18 years old, or 21 if they're lucky, you know.
All right, here's a good one. I'm Still Standing. What do you think your audience is now? I mean, it's obviously changed over the years. We see young kids coming to these shows too. I mean, did you ever realize this would be happening?
I don't know, you know. I mean, I guess I always was a believer in the idea that I felt that the things that I was writing about I thought they were important. You know, I was arrogant enough or confident enough to believe that you have to think that, you know, you have to believe that. That's, and also I thought that they were things that didn't fade from generation to generation, that they were just involved with the basic task of living, family, work, play, you know, fun. Ideas about freedom, ideas about identity, citizenship, your place in the world. And I always felt that, well, these are things, they may never be in fashion, but they're not out of fashion either, you know? And for me, that was just who I was. I just took those things and I felt like these are the things that I need to write about. I felt like, well, over a long period of time, I'll have the ability to create a language and a cast of characters, a story that if I pursue with will and intensity, will reveal more as time goes by. And I just believe that in pursuing that, both through times when people responded to it very intensely and also through times when people did not respond to it particularly intensely, I still felt like I was doing good work.
All right, let's finish up with some quick ones. Table scraps. Who's your favorite character on The Sopranos?
Well, I guess it's Steve, you know, he's my guy, you know.
There's a story that Al Gore for his wife was trying to get tickets to the show. She should pay, right? She should pay.
I don't know, John, we charge her?
All right, what's the first concert you ever went to?
My mother took me to the Steel Pier in Atlantic City, and we saw Chubby Checker, and I think we saw Anita Bryant the same day.
What was the last great movie you saw?
Run with the Devil, the Western that Ang Lee made. I know Jewel was in it. She was terrific.
Do you have any, like, guilty pleasures in music? Are you like an ABBA fan? Or?
I like ABBA. I mean, yeah. I don't know what's so guilty about it. I mean, they just made good pop records, you know.
Is there anything that nobody knows about you? I mean, we've gone through a lot of it is known about you, but have you managed to keep any secrets? And if you have, tell us now.
I'm not in the business of of trying to let people know more about me. I'm in the business of trying to let people know less about me while still sort of spouting like this, you know? So, you know, if there was things, I mean, I wouldn't be, you know...
you wouldn't tell us.
I don't know if I'd be sitting here, you know, blabbing on about it, but...
It's a little low-tech. We haven't got this quite down yet. As you can see...
Seems to be working. I don't know, you know?
Shouldn't he be picking that? But...
Pick the ones on your side of the table.
Oh, okay.
What's the matter with mine? All right, good. Dancing Queen was this is a great record. Black Tile, what is it? Oh, black tie only. You can't pick it up.
You can't pick it up. Don't pick it up. That would be bad.
I mean, do you have to answer that now?
No, I don't answer it.
I'm supposed to answer Black Tile.
You answer it.
I was going to ask you what that was. I have no idea what that is.
Don't forget to tune in at 8 p.m. on Thursday, August 29th for a live performance by Bruce Springsteen.